In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to remove the background from an object. There's multiple ways to do this, and it depends on whether the background is uniform or not. I'm going to start out with this cat against the white background. This cat has a uniform background, so I'm able to use a simple tool to do this. Go over to your Tools palette and find the magic eraser. Click on the eraser and hold it down until you see the magic eraser. The way the magic eraser works is when you click on a color, it will delete everything that is the same color. Now, you can control how much it deletes. Go to tolerance at the top on your options bar, and this number controls how much it's erasing. So if the number is low, it will only erase that color. If the number is high, it will also erase colors that are similar. So I'm going to put this at a mid-range level, like 32. Now when I click on the background, it'll delete everything plus colors that are similar. In this case, it deleted part of my cat, which is not good. So I'm going to undo this by clicking Command+Option Z. I'm going to lower this number now so that it deletes less. So I'm going to put 15 in here, and now it should delete less. It did a pretty good job, but it left white areas underneath. So I'm going to grab my normal eraser. I'm going to make sure that I have a soft eraser, so bring your hardness down. Make sure that your opacity is at 100%, so it gives you a strong eraser. Now just go ahead and click down below and start deleting by erasing. Now if I wanted to use this cat somewhere else, all I had to do was click on the arrow and move him wherever I want. Next, I'm going to show you how to remove the background from a subject that does not have a uniform background. In this case, if I were to use the eraser tool, the magic eraser, I couldn't do it because there's just too many colors going on. What I'm going to do instead is use the magnetic lasso tool to select the cat. Go over to your tools, click and hold on the lasso tool until you find the magnetic lasso. What the magnetic lasso does is it clinks to the edge of a subject so that you're able to select it more easily. With the magnetic lasso, you are able to feather your edges, and let me show you what that means. Feathering means if I have a 0, it means that when I create a selection, that selection will have hard edges. So it'll look like I cut it out with scissors. I'm going to undo this. And this time I'm going to feather by 15 pixels so you can see what's going on. If I hit delete now, it'll leave soft edges. So when you are selecting a subject for removal, it is good to give your subject a little bit of feathering. So I'm going to undo this. And we're going to go ahead and feather by 5 pixels this time. Now the way the magnetic lasso works is you're going to start out on the edge of the subject, and this is going to work best for subjects that are a different color from the background. If the subject and the background are the same color, the magnetic lasso is going to have a hard time clinging to the edge. So start at the edge, and you can click every once in a while to help guide the magnetic lasso. So do little clicks every once in a while. Now if you make an error, so for example, I'm going to make an error here. What you want to do is hit the delete button or go backspace, and that will allow you to go back so that you can correct your selection. So go ahead and guide your magnetic lasso all the way around your cat as best as you can. This takes a little bit of practice. If you need to start over, just double click, it'll select everything and hit Command D to deselect and then start over. So right now I'm going all the way around my cat, and I don't like what it did right there, so I'm hitting backspace or delete. And I'm guiding my lasso all the way around very carefully. Now when you get to the end of your selection, go ahead and double click. And there's my cat selected. And now the cat is selected, and I don't want the cat, I want the background. So again, make sure that your background layer has been unlocked. Double click, OK. Now I'm going to select the background instead of the cat. So go to your select, go inverse, and now your background is selected. You can tell because there are marching ants all the way around. When you have your background selected, hit delete. Good. Now your cat has been removed from the background. To get rid of the marching ants, you can click Command D. Now we're ready to place this cat anywhere that we want to put it. Before you begin moving objects into each other, you need to make sure you check the size. So I'm going to be placing this cat on this beach. First thing that I want to do is check the size of the image. Go to Image, Image Size. This particular image measures 1366 pixels wide by 768 pixels high, or 18 inches by 10 inches at a resolution of 7:2. Now I'm going to place my cat on the beach, and I don't want him to be very big. I want him to be relatively small. So if my document is 10 inches tall, I'm going to want my cat to maybe be about 4, maybe 3 inches tall. So go over to your cat. Click OK. Go over to your cat, and you can change the height to 3 inches. The resolution we're using is 72. Go ahead and crop your cat very tightly. That way you know that the height is 3 inches. The width doesn't matter so much in this case because it's the height that we're concerned with. When you finish, hit return. Now grab your arrow. Go ahead and take your cat to the beach. Now I have a cat walking along the beach. Next, I'm going to put my other cat on the beach as well. And this cat, we're going to go to Image, Image Size. This cat measures 16 inches tall. He's a very big cat. So we're going to grab the crop tool again, and we're going to decide how big we want him to be. This cat I'm going to want to be about 2 inches, resolution 72. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle around him. I'm going to hit return. Grab your arrow tool and go ahead and drag your cat to the beach. And he's a little bit big. So if this happens, you are able to resize your cat by hitting Command T. This will give you some handles to turn your cat around. You can flip him sideways, but you can also shrink your cat. So if you want to shrink it, hold down the Shift key and drag downward. When you have your cat where you want him, hit Return key. There you have it, and that is how to remove backgrounds from objects and how to combine them into a collage.